Hey there, and welcome to the Healing Word of the Week podcast with me, Marissa of Marissa Moments, where you might get triggered into seeing your own reflection, but it's to reconnect you to yourself and awaken the divinity within. So prepare for laughs, resonance, and accountability through true stories, channeled messages, prophetic words, and everything in between. So I hope you're ready, because guess what? Here we go. Okay, so the word of the week is waiting. W-A-I-T-I-N-G. It feels like a spelling bee, doesn't it? Waiting. We're talking about waiting. Now, here's the thing. Let's start off with an example that might be tangible for you. Have you ever heard of a good sale or maybe a new class or something like that that you wanted to attend and you're like, man, this is great. And then you told a friend and you said, hey, friend, there's this great sale or this class or whatever it else is that you want to attend. And let's go together. And they said, okay, let's go. And then when the day came, you were waiting and waiting. And then at the end of the day, they call you and say, you know what? I'm so sorry. Something came up. I can't go. And you're like, oh, man. And by the time you got the news, it was too late for you to go. And now you missed that great sale that you've been looking forward to maybe all year, all week, all day, whatever it is, right? Now, what Spirit put on my mind is the notion of waiting, because many of us are missing out on our blessings because we're too busy waiting on our air quotes friends, right? Now, I don't say air quotes friends to be mean or messy or anything like that, because I feel like most people have the best intentions, right? Especially if we consider them to be friends. However, like Miss Lauryn Hill said, the road to good, what is she saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Now, I don't think she was the first one to say it, but she's the one that I know of to say it, right? Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes, we get visions, we get manifestations, dreams, goals, purposes, all of these different things that are put on our heart. And they might not be put on our friend's heart like they are with us, right? So if we go back to that first example, and you're going to hear me sweeping because I'm clean and this is real life, but because things aren't put on other people's heart like they are with ours. So if we go back to that original example, then what we could say is that sale, it sparked something within us, right? We knew that we needed to be there. That was something that we needed to get. Maybe we've been looking out for it. Maybe if you're anything like me, you try to shop smart, right? So if you know that you need something, maybe not right away, but eventually you're going to need it, or it's going to make your life easier, then you kind of keep your eye out for it, right? And you wait for that price to drop because you don't want to pay full price for anything. At least I don't. So when that proverbial sale comes up, you're like, yes, I've been waiting for this. Now is the time. I've been having conversations with my friends and they've been saying, well, girl or guy or they or whatever, if you see that sale, you let me know so that way we can go together. So that's been stuck in your head. So when you see that stuff go on sale, you say, friend, let's go. This is our opportunity. And they say, yes. But then do they? They actually say no, right? Because it's not their priority, right? It's not their dream. It's not their vision. Yet so many of us are out here waiting for that proverbial friend to give us the green light to go ahead on our blessings, right? The thing that we have been thinking about, dreaming about, working on, trying to manifest for years, for days, for weeks, for hours, whatever it is, right? But what Spirit, what God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints are saying right now is when you get that green light, you take it. Do not wait for someone else to come along with you. Stop trying to drag everyone along with you. Because you know what's going to end up happening is you're carrying them, right? They talk about the blessings and goals and things, and they say that they have the same vision as you, but are they just going along to get along when it's really your dream? Now, we're not talking about support, right? Because support is different. But sometimes people will feign support in order to not feel like they're left behind. You've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. Do you really think that you will be able to reach that goal, that ascension point, that journey, that whatever it is, if you are carrying someone on your back, you have to understand that sometimes it's a blessing that people aren't able to go along with you. Sometimes that's actually God positioning you so that way you won't have to feel tethered to someone else when you walk into the room that is meant for you. But more often than not, people are trained within the society to think, oh, what will people think of me if I go alone? Right? But think about it this way. Are you carrying the wrong crowd into the new crowd that you have been praying for? You want to be positioned in a new place of authority and power or respect or dignity or healing, yet you want to keep carrying your past trauma and pain with you. Now, of course, when it comes down to the analogy and the story that I gave originally, this could be in the place of a person, right? It doesn't have to be just a friend. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling. It can be an associate. It can be a coworker. It doesn't matter. You fill in the blank because this is your life. Who have you been waiting for? Because if the answer isn't just you, then you need to reevaluate. Because, listen, I need you to hear me. Because, sometimes we do form businesses with partners and things like that. And honestly, even what I receive in those instances, when your partner is not willing to step up to the plate when it comes time to go, when you receive that green light, then it is time to go, right? Now, I'm not trying to break up any marriages, happy homes, partnerships, anything like that. But I am saying that you need to constantly be mindful. Because yes, maybe give the person a first, second, maybe third, fourth, fifth chance, right? But after a while, that resentment is going to start to brew and grow. And you're going to start seeing that person through different eyes. And you're going to start questioning yourself, should I even bother? Should I even bother? Because I know what the outcome's going to be. Every other time they've said, I can go, but then they don't, right? Now, I know this sounded very personal right now, like I'm giving you a little piece and snippet into my existence, because I am, right? I've waited so long with a lot of the classes that I've taken, a lot of the things that I've tried, a lot of the rooms that I have walked into. I've waited and waited and waited for permission to go from those that I thought were going to attend with me, and they never went. And you want to, let's take that even farther. They went in a different direction. Okay, let's talk about that. Because while you're waiting, they're going in a different direction because they're going to where they feel called and compelled to be, regardless of what that looks like for them. Now you're missing out on your blessings while they're going to have a little fun, or they're going with the better opportunity and an offer in their eyes. And then there you are, growing resentful, feeling like this blessing is never going to come. Lord, why do I have to wait every single time? And God is saying, child, I keep giving you opportunities, but you choose to wait instead. You choose to have this imaginary existence in your mind of taking everyone along with you. You want to MC Hammer this plan, and you're going to end up broke and alone. No shade to MC Hammer. I don't know how he's living right now. Okay. But the point of this is to say you need to stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop fearing the cringe. Stop fearing the isolation. Stop fearing the disappointment or anything else that in your mind has told you that you are incapable of going it alone. Because at the end of the day, you are never truly alone. If you are a faith-filled person, if you are divinely guided, if you feel like you are tapping into this intuitive guidance that we all have, then you know, trust, and believe that you are never truly alone. And that is an absolute truth. The way that you can kind of give yourself examples and boost yourself of this notion is to remember every single miracle that has happened throughout your life. The things that have occurred that have gone beyond your capabilities. The abilities to talk to people that you never saw yourself talking to. The ability to escape a potential expiration that was beyond your abilities. The ability to heal. Every time you get a cold, let's talk about that, okay? Because had this been hundreds of years ago, then that would have took you out, right? That is a blessing. That is a miracle. That is an opportunity to acknowledge and know that you are not in this alone. Sure, yeah, there's been improvements with science and medications and all these different types of things, but how do you think that has happened? Let's start walking by faith and not by sight. Let's start believing in ourselves, in the power that has been invested in us by a greater being, by God, by Gaia, by ancestors, angels, saints, all of them, right? Whoever you believe in, it's your truth, walk in it. But at the end of the day, when you see that opportunity, do not stop to wait. Sure, invite somebody else along, but guess what? If they can't do it, they can't do it. If you say that we're going to leave at 12 o'clock noon and you don't see any sign of them by 12:15, 12:30, then guess what? Arrivederci, right? Keep it moving, keep going. Do not allow somebody to not only take your power, strip it away from you by saying whether you come, go, stay, whatever. You are not a lapdog. You are royalty. It is time to put on your crown and start acting like it. Stop allowing other people to dictate every single minute of your day. Stop allowing people to prevent you from walking into the places and spaces where you know you truly belong. Sure, it might feel uncomfortable. Sure, it might feel lonely. Sure, it might feel all different types of ways. It might be scary, all those different types of things. But guess what? If you weren't capable, you would not be placed in that situation and circumstance, nor would that blessing or that door open towards you. Because listen, everything happens for a reason. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. And I know that's an easy excuse or an easy way to explain away life and to kind of take the onus away from us, but it's actually a way to put the onus back on us. Because then, by His grace, we understand that any position that we are put in, it is with purpose. So when we are given that opportunity, we can understand and know that this is for me. And it is for me because He is for me. Everything is happening for my greatest benefit, for my ascension, for my growth, for my greatest blessings, for me to be the ancestor of the future that everyone has dreamt of, for me to break those generational chains, those curses, to step away from the trauma, to step into my healing. This is how you need to see yourself, and this is how you need to function every single day. So dare I say again, stop waiting. The waiting game never paid anyone. Unless it is by divine assignment that you are intended to wait. And in those moments, yes, you're going to feel impatient. But that's because the door has yet to open, because you are intended to learn some lessons still in this holding pattern and period. But it's not because you are waiting on another person, another being that has no say or input on your actual promotion. Now, yes, there might be certain situations and circumstances where you're going for promotion, and the powers that be within the situation and area, you have to wait on for them to give you the green light. That is a different type of wait, because they can actually help boost you. But in the meantime, if you waste time, then you are wasting time. Allow that interim time period to be the best school ever and pick up all the lessons and blessings that you can along the way. Because every time that you are told to wait by God, that is because you have more to learn. It is not to be a punishment. It is to be an assignment. It is to be a blessing. It is to be a step in your elevation. But if you mishandle that waiting period that is assigned by God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints, then you will have to wait even longer. However, if you wait based off of a friend, family member, external force other than yourself that has nothing to do, no, what do they say? No dog in the race, or no horse in the race, whatever the saying is, then that's on you, buddy. You can't be resentful towards them. I mean, you can, but it doesn't do you any good. So it's time to start reclaiming your power. It's time to stop waiting unless it is divinely assigned. And it is time to push forward into your blessings and destiny. Heal from the notion that you have to take everyone along with you. Because if it is meant for them, then they will come along ready, willing, and able. So that's it. Whew, okay. So that's the word of the day, waiting. I hope that you picked up a lesson. I hope that you are able to take a moment of reflection and see yourself and ask yourself, in what space in my life am I waiting when I should be going? Okay, so thank you so much for listening and joining me every single week. I hope you come back and you're able to hear the new word of the week and reflect on it, and not just reflect, not just put it on a t-shirt, not just walk away saying, whoo, that was awesome, but actually apply it to your life and your journey. And definitely comment, send me questions, send me feedback. Let me know if you're there. Hello, anyone home? I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, if you feel like you need a little bit more nourishment throughout the week and you can't wait until that next weekly podcast, definitely check the archives. Go find me on all of social media. There are different messages, different inspiration, different points of clarity for you on different social media platforms. But when you look me up, just remember it is Marissa Moments, and that is Marissa with one S, because like I always like to say, there is only one me. So until next time, I hope you have the best day, moment, minute, hour, week, month, everything ever. And I wish you the happiest of happy healings. Bye, friends. Apples and tomatoes, and bye.